Alright, what's good homies, welcome back to another Newcastle rebuild video. We're 3 episodes deep in round 3, and as far as making Newcastle great again, it's been a kinda slow start. We're coming off back-to-back losses to start the season, and we'll be facing the Rabbitohs who have also suffered back-to-back defeats. I guess the somewhat good news is that some of our players' form has been improving, in particular Hodko, so I guess I'll leave him in the halves. As we take a look at their last loss here, and it was suffered at the hands of the Parramatta Eels, with Hoffman picking up man of the match. Alright, so right off the bat, there's a new winger there with Jack Owens. He joins Inglis and Goodwin as their back 3. They've still got the young centres in Jennings and Dalagai, Walker and Reynolds in the halves, Sutton, Burgess and Turner in the back row. Their front row is made up of Tom and George Burgess, with Farah playing hooker, and they've got a pretty strong bench with Rocco, Tyrrell, Kelly and Musgrove. Alright, as we get started in the game here, and this will be Alex Johnston's first time playing against his former club. Dan Tupou starts things off, dragging Goodwin into touch. So Alfie to the scrum, as Hodkinson sends it wide to Ponga, gets past one with a beautiful whack, and he's going to get past Inglis at the back, as he races away here for our first point of the match. Beautiful footwork on display by Kalen Ponga. He's had a pretty rough start to the season, missing a lot of crucial tackles, and he just can't afford to do that at the back. As Brock Lamb extends the lead to 6. Alright, so approaching the 20-minute mark, we find ourselves outside their line as our captain gets met in a solid hit inside the 10. If you look to the left, we've got that nice 4-man setup as we put a chip over the top, and it's going to be Alex Johnston who scores against his former club. It's a beautiful chip over the top, isolating their winger, and Johnston comes up with the goods. Looked a bit weird, kind of looked like he teleported to the ball, but we get the try nonetheless, and we're back with the Rabbitohs in attack. They're outside our line, about 5 meters out. As they quickly shift the ball, they get it out to Tom Burgess. Our defense just fell apart there. I think it was Daniel Saifidi who got burnt on the outside by Tom Burgess. Reynolds gets them within 6, and that's pretty much the score for the rest of the game. As we transition to the last play of the match here, Lamb puts up the bomb for the Ross Dog, as he makes the catch and he's going to ground it infield. He grounds it just before the line. It got scooped up by the Rabbitohs, and that pretty much ends the game in what was a lackluster second half. We walk away with the victory though, our first of the season, 12 points to 6. Kalen Ponga picks up man of the match. Alright, before we get into round 4, I didn't show it in the previous game, but Alex Johnston actually got penalised for a high tackle, so we just quickly dispute the charge, thinking that he'd get off, but he's actually going to get suspended for 3 games. Now that then forces us to make a change in our back line. We had a couple of options to choose from, players like Elliott and Wardle, but I went off Ken Seo. Other than that, the squad will remain the same. We did just win last week, so I don't feel like I need to change anything around. But I will say this, if you do want to see certain players in the team, just let me know in the comment section and I'll look into giving them a run. Alright, so we're in round 4 here, and we have a tough task ahead of us. We'll be facing the North Queensland Cowboys, who are on a 3-game winning streak to start the season. In their most recent victory, they made light work of the Canterbury Bulldogs, beating them 18 points to 4. Looking at their squad here, it's the same old back 3 with Coote, Fout and Winterstein, Leonard and O'Neill in the centres, Morgan and Thurston in the halves. Back row they've got Hess, Dalmalolo and Charrington, and in the front row they got Scott, Granville and Bolton. Finally, wrapping up the 17, on the bench they got Gavin Cooper, Sean Fensom, Ben Hampton and Patrick Galfusi. Alright, so we're 10 minutes in. Saifidi takes the tackle inside their 10. 4th tackle here, we're going to send it to Hodkinson, and he's going to put it on the toe. A beautiful little grubber, and it's going to be Peter Matautia who scores the first try of the game. Our progress with the halves is slow and steady, but I feel like we can dominate with them. As we go back on the attack with Lucian, and he gets punished for running sideways there. Huge hit on Armau. Back with Lamb here as we look for the line. With the wind behind us, we're going to get that 40-20. Beautiful kick. Hodkinson with the tap here as we send that wide back inside to Feeney, and he's going to get wrapped up inside the 10. First tackle, we go to Ponga, dummies inside, eventually gives it to Hodkinson who wraps around. It's a beautiful play to open up the line as he goes through untouched. Lamb with the conversion, he barely gets it over as it bounces off the uprights. Alright, so we're going to head into the break with the lead, up by 12 points. Back in the second half, and it's going to be the Cowboys here with Michael Morgan. Fends his way past one and he powers his way past their 40. First tackle as they try and go wide here. It's going to be a beautiful read by Matautia who gets the interception. All of a sudden the Cowboys find themselves under pressure as we shift the ball. Sear with a beautiful flick pass. Nice offload to Tupou, and he's going to shrug off Coot to score our third try of the game. Great strength on display by Tupou. He's slowly becoming one of my favorites in the team. He was well worth the coin, a big body, and he's actually pretty powerful as well. Alright, so we're back with the Cowboys here in attack as Coot makes a break, and we wrap him up with the dive tackle as they quickly shift it to O'Neal, gets past one, and he's going to power his way over for a little consolation try for the Cowboys to end things here. As JT converts to wrap things up here at 1300 Smile Stadium, we defeat the Cowboys 18 points to 6. As we take a look at the full-time stats here, Hodkinson picks up man of the match. As always, drop the like button for more content. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
I've been making a mess, baby, I got some plans. My horoscope told me that, baby, I might have to give you a chance. I wanted to ride home, baby, this is our last dance. Would you hop in the